Alright, so we're going to start pouring some resin. We're going to do the edges. It's kind of hard to see. I can't turn my phone horizontal because if I do, the holder will not hold the phone and it'll fall out on the floor. So I'm going to pour some edges here. Don't mind my janky gloves I have on. This is what I found at the store. This is all they had today. So this is what we're working with. We're going to do some edges. And I will time lapse my video so that way, you know, when you're watching it, things will speed up quite a bit. I'll do some edges. This is the first time I've ever poured one of these ginormous trays. So I just wanted to try something different and make something different and pretty because I like making pretty and shiny things. Stand up because I'm too short to see over my desk and my chair. So a fun fact about me, I make most of my resin projects in the middle of the night when my family is asleep because it's the only time that I get that I can work on my projects. In this tray I'm going to put white in the middle and then I will add my flowers on top of that. Just wanted to do the gold outline. It looks more like a bronze in the dark, dim light, but either way, I'm hoping it'll turn out really pretty. Not sure how much resin I'll need for this project. So far, I've poured 40 mLs between the gold and the little cup of white that I started. I know I'm going to need quite a bit more than that. I'm just not sure how much I'm going to need for this project, but we shall find out as we go. And then any leftover resin I have, I usually pour it into another mold. Sometimes I make shot glasses, sometimes I make earrings. It just depends on what I have left of a specific color as to what I do with it. This, I'm going to pour it into a shot glass mold. I will show you that in just a moment. Trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. Right there's a little hole. We don't want little holes. We don't want air bubbles. We don't want missing colors. Want everything to have some resin color to it. So far, that's the little tray we've got going on. And here is the shot glass mold I'm going to go into next. You can see it. Oh, sorry about that. Anyway, I'm going to pour it into one of these little holes and just add on top of some of the other colors I've already got going. And that one. Let's start a new one. I don't like that one. Actually, let's do this one. There's already white in this one in the bottom. So I'm going to put that little gold just right on top. Let's see it there. Trying not to get resin all over my phone as I film this. And that is almost all of the gold I'm trying to get. I kind of melted the cup a little bit with my heat gun. I was not trying to, but I did get it a little too hot and melted my cup just a bit there. Safety tip, don't melt your cups. To change my glove because that one is so sticky I can't really do anything with it. Alright, so next I'm going to be mixing, let's move this up. This one is the white. It's more like a gold tinted white. It has a little bit of a gold hue, like a little, I can't say hue, like a tint, a gold tint to it. But I thought it would be pretty. So we're going to mix it. And yes, I shouldn't mix as fast as I do, but I am still learning resin. different projects have different requirements, la-di-da-di-da, so I'm still learning that. I'm still trying to slow down, make slower, you know, make things look pretty and have better results. I have to say I like this brand of resin better than a lot of the other ones that I've used because it gives you a good work time, usually like between 30 and 40 minutes before things start to really thicken up and get hard. However, I have found out if you put too much mica powder in it, it will thicken up really quickly and you cannot use it at all. I've had to waste a whole cup, like a shot glass full before, because it thickened up so fast with too much mica powder. So on that note, don't put too much mica powder in your resin. As you see, I'm just mixing. I will time lapse this video as I've already said before, so that way you're not just listening to me talk. I know this is not going to be enough resin, but we are going to play with it and see what happens. It's about 20 mLs because the shot glass is only 30. So I'm going to move the camera over so I can pour it in. I'm going to be working on getting a better setup for a holder for my phone. Right now I'm using this little clip I got from Five Below. It looks like Stitch's hands and his claws holding my phone. It's kind of cute, but I couldn't find any other thing. Even my little ring light that I have does not hold my phone. It like falls out and falls over when I'm filming, so I don't use that. Alright. I'm going to be mixing up some more resin, so give me just a moment here and we'll pour that in. Doing part A now. We're going to do, let's go ahead and do another 40. I overpoured that just a little bit. I guess we're gonna pour 40 of each, so we're gonna make 80. Because I know I will use it. Whether it's on this project or something else, I'm gonna use it. I never leave unused resin. I always use it on something, whether it's pouring a basic set of earrings, pouring little shot glasses, or just something small. I always use it up. I don't waste resin because resin does cost quite a bit, and I don't like to waste things. So, now I'm pouring part B. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix this up off camera, and then I'll try to merge it in with the rest of the video. So give me just a moment here and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I've managed to mix up some more resin. When they say inches don't matter, actually it does when it comes to having your heat gun close enough to your work area. I had to move my extension cord and heat gun over, so that's why I say that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pour this in. Like so. Pour kind of slowly. I can always go back in and fill in the edges. I always say don't pour too fast. You can always go back and fill in it. You can always go ahead and add more. If you fill in too fast, you run the risk of like flooding your mold and flooding out the other colors. And that's not what I would like to do. I don't want to flood out anything. As you can see, the middle right there is what I had originally poured, and this is going to be added into that. There we go. Like so. Now I'll hit it with my heat gun here in just a moment to help spread that out. If I need to make more resin and mix up more, then I will. But I always say less is more because resin is expensive and you don't want to mix up too much. You don't want to waste any of it. Let's I've only been making resin since last August when I left my job because we have 2 young children and I wanted to be able to stay home with them. So I said to my husband, I want to make resin. One more. Here we go. So I've got that all spread out. This mold is not very deep, so that's why I wanted to try to spread that out across the bottom as evenly as possible without any holes in my resin. And next, I'm going to be adding some flowers. I got these off of Temu. I love ordering from Temu because you get a lot of flowers. And I like to make things colorful and bright and pretty. That's what I'm going to do. Just kind of throw in some random pretty flowers. How I'm going to place them, I don't know. I'm just going to kind of throw it on there and see how it comes out. I like to call myself Queen of Improvisation and just kind of place things here and there and just see how it comes out. It doesn't have to have a rhyme or reason per se. My art teacher in high school did not like that. She was like, this is what the syllabus says. This is what we need to do. Well, I like to be more of a free spirit and kind of just go with the flow and see what happens. Because sometimes when you're trying to force art, it doesn't always work out. But when you just, you know, go with the flow and just have fun and be free with it, it turns out beautiful. So, that's me. That's my style. I like to just go with the flow. Some yellow. Anyway, here's some purple. Just throw a little purple in there. Where? I don't know. Just kind of sprinkle it every which way. These dried flowers, like I said, came from Temu. If I pick real ones, which I do from time to time, I have a friend in the neighborhood who lets me pick pretty flowers off her trees and plants in her yard. And I enjoy making stuff with dried flowers. It's just so relaxing. I have to add some more yellow over here because that's what I'm feeling like. So pink there. There we go. Oh, wrong spot. Just some more yellow, sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Some more green on this side too. Ooh, what is that at my window? The big moth was at my window. That just scared me. Like I said, I make art in the middle of the night, so when something flies at the window, I'm like, oh no. I'm not having it. I need some more purple, just kind of here and there. Okay, got a piece of white in there. Throw that one in there too. Okay. So I'll show you what that looks like right now. That's what it looks like, and as you can see, I'm starting to get another hole in the resin, so I'm going to use the heat gun again to fill that in. I'll do that off camera, and once this layer is dry, we'll come back and we'll add a clear coat. So I'll see you shortly.